check out FIFA coin traders for the only site which is automated coins. They are fast, cheap and reliable, so go ahead and check them out. Hello and welcome to a Nation of Expert Gaming videos. Today, as you can tell, we're doing kind of like a new prediction video, and it's something different, so hopefully you will enjoy it, and hopefully it will get your attention. So instead of doing one person at a time, I'm going to be trying to do a team. I'm not going to be able to do a team a day, I don't think. I'll see what happens. If I do get like loads and loads of teams done, then I will try and do one a day, but for the minute I'm going to try and say at least one every 2 days, so I've got time to edit the reviews and do these as well to the best of my ability. So going straight into it, we're going to pick my best team, as I want your suggestions of what teams. I want to kind of maybe go through each league and just do every team, or just pick the best teams and then go on to little teams, or just let you pick the teams and I'll go ahead and search them and see what I think personally about them. So getting into Man U, we started off, I think it was yesterday, we managed to do the David De Gea one, and obviously you can see there the same stats as what I did for the video. Again, all changed to the kind of ability that I did. I'm not going to put it on the big screen because it's so much easier just looking there, as you can see clearly. 87 diving, 71 handling, 86 kicking, 89 reflex, 55 speed and 77 positioning. So I think he's had a great season, and to be honest, I actually just realised that it says 84. I actually put him as 83. I don't think he's 84 actually, so just squiggle that one out. It should have been 83, but I'm guessing something went wrong. I'm just quickly checking everyone else. Yeah, everyone should be fine. Okay, so that should have been 83, but oh well, we'll catch whatever float anyway. So next one we've got Evra. Evra has been one of the ones that have been coming down really rapidly. He was like an 85 or something like that in FIFA 11, and then he's just dropped completely. I think he is having a bit of a shocker now. He's kind of coming out of form, and to be honest, he's going lower and lower. I think he's not had a good season at all this season. I know Alexander Butner has been trying to get into his position as much as he can, but honestly, I really can't see him getting any higher. I think he's going to go down again. He has not had a good season whatsoever for what I think anyway. So that is my opinion on him. You've seen the stats at the side. I think I've just downgraded a few to like kind of balance out his 81ness, but I think his pace will come down again. Definitely his defending and heading will, but I just overall think he's going to just come down again. Then we've got Rio Ferdinand, 84. He's gone one up, as you can tell. I think maybe one more, and then he'll probably start decreasing again after the next season. I think he'll have he's had his like penultimate season, and now he's just going to go down. I don't think he'll go to 85 at all. I believe he's had a good season at least. He's had not a bad season. He's kept some clean sheets for the De Gea, doing some good tackles. He's scored a goal. And I think overall he's had a pretty average season. I think for that he's going to be 84. They do harshly rate the centre-backs for England, which is a bit horrible, as we can't really make a good English team then. But I think 84 would be respectable for him. If not 84, I think he'll stay at 83. I don't think he's done a season where he should be going down, unlike his partner in crime, Vidic. Vidic has been out a bit with injuries, but honestly, he's had a bit of a shocker this season. Definitely not worth the 89 rating he was last year. I think 88 is definitely probably a minimum that you could probably say he'd go down to. I think maybe an 87 could be a possibility, but I predicted him at 88, so I'm going to stick with that. And there we go. Raphael, been an absolute boss this season. He's had a great season, and I've put him up 3 ratings, and I think he definitely deserves it. He has had a brilliant season, and I must admit, 80 is kind of a low one for him, but 3 ratings, they normally don't go higher than 3 ratings. They try and keep it low as possible, as they don't want to be upgrading everyone if they have one good season. But 80 is definitely respectable for him, and I think he will get that. Moving over to left mid, we've got in a 4-5-1, and we've got some benches here. We've got Nani. I've already done Nani before, 82. I think he's had a complete shocker, so I think 3 down is definitely what they'll be going. He'll probably be leaving Man U as well soon, depending on what happens in the transfer window. But I think he will leave, and he'll go to another team and just be crap there. He just hasn't had a good season at all. Then we have Kagawa as well. I've done him already. Again, 82. I think he's had a bit of a shocker. He had a good start. at the very start of joining Man U. We had a few good attempts, good goals, but then literally the second half of the season he's tailed off, and I think he has definitely been a really poor player for Man U at the minute. I think there's been so many better players going on at the minute, like Van Persie, Carrick, Raphael, De Gea having a brilliant season, and I think honestly his 82 is definitely worth what he's done this season. He's not done as much as what he could, I think. Moving over to Valencia on this before we get on to the cams or centre mid and centre forward. Valencia, again, had an okay season, but nothing amazing. And to be honest, I've barely heard anything from him. I believe he's just not been involved in the game, to be honest. I think he's only scored 1 or 2. I think he's scored 2 and assisted 5. But overall, I think he's just had a really poor season compared to what he was like last season. So I think for that, 82 is definitely on the cards for him. Moving over to Carrick. Carrick has been an absolute lad this season. He's been very, very, very consistent. I can't say anything more than that. He is a really good player, and to be honest, he's been that consistent player all seasons he's been at Man U. I think, well, not say all seasons, but the past few seasons I think he's been very consistent. This season especially he's been absolutely a boss, and I think 83, I don't think he'll come into rare card yet. I think he'll have to wait and see what next season holds for him to become a rare, but I think 83 non-rare is definitely suiting him right there. And I'll just quickly show you, there you can see the stats. There you can see a couple more aiming towards the centre mid role, not very fast, okay shooting, okay defending. I think more of a perfect centre mid. Then we've got Rooney, and Rooney's 86 in fact. Why is he 86? I put him at 88. Okay then, so we've got an 86 Rooney, but no, he is an 88 as well, before people moan about that. I'm pretty sure by the time we get to this, people are already like, well, why is he an 86? He's definitely an 88, I would say. I don't think he's going to go down that low. For some strange reason, I don't get why this is all gone pear-shaped up, but yeah, 88 is definitely Rooney. I've done him before, and hopefully you agree with me. I just don't think he's had a good season compared to last season. Mainly outshadowed by this guy. 88 is definitely where it's at. I think he'll probably stay at 88, and as you can see, you've probably seen the different kind of stats changed. I've kind of upped some stuff and then down some stuff for it, purely because I think that's kind of the more balanced version of him. And I think 89 would be a bit too high for him. He's had one decent season at Man U, and I think if he wanted 89, he needs to do it again. And plus his age is in a part of it. He's going to be quite old now, and I think he might have a little bit of a less good of a season next season, so we'll soon see what happens there. Moving over to the bench, we have got the newly moved Zaha. Sorry about this being so close to it. But yeah, there you can see there. You can see the stats pretty much underneath there, but Zaha's moving to Manchester United. I think he'll go to a 74 rare. I don't think he'll go into a gold. A lot of people told me when I did the review on him to go to a gold, but I purely think he's going to stay at 74, hopefully, because he's not worth a gold yet. He's not worth changing up just because he's at Man U. He has had a good season, and to be honest, that is where his upgrade's gone. And I think 74, he'd be very expensive there, and he's going to be a great player at Man U, hopefully. And I think also he'll be in striker. I know he's at right wing, I believe, in Ultimate Team, so I think he'll be in striker for Man U. Then we move over to good old Alexander Butner, the Netherlands left back who's been brought in. He's only played about 8 or 9 games for Man U this season, but I think he's worth an increase of 1. He's been there and he's done his job. To be honest, when I saw him, he's done a very good job for us, and I don't think he's made as much as mistakes as Raphael and Fabio did when they first joined. So I think hats off to him. Maybe not worth an increase of maybe 2 or 3, but I think 1 is definitely on the cards for him. Moving over now to Xavi Hernandez. Absolute legend. He's scored like 10 goals in, he scored 8 goals in 10 matches, I believe. That is a record and a half for someone to come to Man U and play off the bench pretty much and score 8 goals in 10 matches or something like that. I think, to be honest, 83 is definitely worth it. He's been worth an 83 in a while, but he's always been that lower rating compared to Rooney and obviously now newly Van Persie. But I think definitely Hernandez will reach his 83. Hopefully we'll soon see that. If not, he will stay at 82 more than anything. I don't think he's worth a decrease yet. He's been playing some good football. Fair enough, he's not had much of the ball time for him. So we'll soon see what happens there. Then we move over to the legend Ryan Giggs. Without his partner in crime, Paul Scholes, as retired. I think Giggsy, this could be the final season, the last season we see Giggs. And it will be an absolute brilliant season for him, I hope. He is getting old now. And to be honest, I think this could be the final Giggs season. We'll soon see what happens this season. But I think he's not had a great season. He's had a season really where he's just been in the mix. He has been played quite a bit compared to some people, especially with his age. So I think Giggs is worth maybe a downgrade of 1, not too much yet. And I think obviously you can see the stats, the downgraded stats, but I think honestly he's had a great season, but he is getting old, and to be honest, he's not going to be the player he was 10 years ago. Even could go back quite a few years ago when you saw him at Man U. So I think 80 is a respectable kind of rating for him. Then we move over to Smalling. Smalling, I was quite disappointed with. He had an okay start to the season, but then he's just dropped out, and really Evans and Phil Jones have kind of took his place pretty much. 77 rating, he's downgraded from 1. I don't think he's had a good season, and he's not played hardly any matches, so I don't think he's worth going up or staying to 78, to be honest. Then we move over to Johnny Evans. I believe I've upgraded him, I think by 1 or 2. I think it's 2, to be honest. I actually can't remember, which is pretty bad, I know. But 79, I think he's had a great season when he's been on. He has been one of the ones that's just filled in the place when Vidic or Rio's not playing, and he's done a great job for it. I think he's made a few mistakes, but he's definitely capitalised on them and kind of worked towards his skill. And I think 79 non-rare is definitely where it's going for him. Now, probably one of the ones you're thinking, well, how can he be an 80? He has not done nearly as much as kind of like Carrick or anything. But to be honest, I think a lot of it will come from EA kind of using their little ways of upgrading players that really haven't played well and will just lick their ass kind of. I think, to be honest, a lot of people say Jones is the next big star, and I think EA will try and pull that up and try and make it that Jones will be the next star by giving him an increase of 80. I think maybe next season we could see him at rare. I don't think this season is worth a rare, but 80 is kind of like the upgraded version I think that he will be. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, we have done Man U. There was a couple of other players that I wanted to do, but I couldn't fit in the reserves. No, there's no like kind of like slots for the reserves, but I've picked all the players that I really wanted to do the kind of stuff on. Young didn't. I think he'll go down again, and really that was kind of it. Really, Young was the only other player that I thought might deserve one. Lindegaard maybe, but really that's it. So hopefully you did enjoy this. I know it's a bit long-winded, but it's got a lot more players in it, so you can kind of enjoy whilst watching it. So there you go, hopefully you did enjoy. Comment below other teams that you want me to do. If not, I will just pick them. I'll probably pick the big ones to start with and then go down into the small ones. But if you want a team picked, put it in the comment section below. Hopefully you did enjoy. Subscribe and like for more content. If you disagreed with any of these ratings, please put it in the comments and we'll have a little chat. I love people commenting loads, and they have been, which is really good. So apart from that, I'll see you all again next time. Bye bye.